Hi, I'm Leon and I work for Here to Listen. Here to Listen are your local NCS provider and have been working on the NCS for over 7 years. Now I have been working on the NCS with Here to Listen for almost 5 years now. So the NCS, the National Citizen Service, is a government subsidised programme designed to help young people with loads of different skills such as team building skills, communication skills and general life skills. At the end of the programme they also get a certificate which they can actually use on their CV. So I'm going to pass you over to Chris and he's going to tell you a little bit more about it.
So far, over 600,000 young people across the UK have taken part on NCS. Now, 2 of those young people were indeed my sons, and that's how I first learned about NCS. So back when my son was in year 11, he said there was something that happened at school, he saw an assembly and it's something he wanted to take part in. So we got a phone call. I wasn't quite sure about it because the guy said it would only cost £50 and there seemed to be a lot included for that money. But I did my research, found out that it absolutely was legitimate, and James went on the NCS and had the most amazing time, and it really did improve his confidence and help him do things that he previously wouldn't have done before he'd done NCS. Since then, my other son has also taken part in NCS. He also had an amazing time, made some friends for life that he will never forget, and they both went on and worked for us also. So NCS has 2 options this summer. So the first one is a 3-week option, which has a 5-day residential element. The second option is our 2-week option, and that is non-residential. So we'll take you through our 3-week option first. So week 1, we head off to an outdoor activity centre. We're going to be there for 5 days and 4 nights. It's there where we get to do some adrenaline-fueled activities, things like abseiling, kayaking, raft building, just to name a few. Now, your young people do come as young adults, so if there's anything they don't want to do, we don't force them to do any of those activities. However, we do offer them encouragement because it is, after all, about getting out your comfort zone and challenging yourself. Now, when they arrive on the first day of that first week, we will put them into teams of 16. So there's 16 young people in each team. Now, if they are looking to go with friends, of course, we'll make sure that they've got their friends in their team with them. They don't have to do it on their own. However, if they are attending on their own, they'll still have an amazing time and meet loads of new people. So now we're going to move on to week 2, and I'm going to hand you over to Jack.
So week 2, we're going to be based at one of our local sites. Here, they're going to be developing some skills for life. Some of the stuff we get up to, we've got interview techniques, we've got first aid training, and we've also got driver safety awareness. And not only that, throughout this week, we are getting some people in who are going to be cooking some foods from around the world. Also, they're going to get the chance one of the days to cook for themselves. So moving on to week 3. So here's where young people in their teams are going to get a chance to plan, design and deliver their very own social action projects. So last year we've worked with loads of different charities, so just to name a few, there's Chums, East Anglia Air Ambulance, Canine Partners and loads of others.
So once they've completed that all-important social action projects, they've gone out into the community and made a difference, we invite them to come back together to celebrate their success. We host a graduation event where they get to come up on stage. They will then do a short presentation. It's there where they collect that all-important NCS certificate. Now, the certificate they receive is recognised by UCAS. So if any of them are looking to go to university, this is something that they can add to their application. It's also going to help with future employability. So once they've completed the NCS, on their CV they can put things like communication skills, leadership, teamwork, as well as project planning.
So next up, we're going to show you a video and it will give you a really good idea of what your young person's experience on NCS will look like.
What we'll do now is we'll explain how the 2-week programme looks like so you know exactly what's in store for them.
So week 1, we're going to be based at one of our local sites. Here they're going to get a chance to develop some real skills for life. So some of the stuff we're going to be getting up to, we've got things like debates, driver safety awareness, and we're also going to get every young person on the programme first aid trained. But not only that, this week they are going to get a chance to do some really fun activities. We've got a giant climbing wall, we've got giant inflatables, and we've also got some water sports to do as well.
So moving on to week 2. So here's where your young people will get a chance to plan, design and deliver their very own social action projects and give something back to their local community. They'll also be invited to the graduation where they'll collect the same certificate as if they did the full 3-week programme. So don't just take our word for how good NCS is. Last summer we did a non-residential programme called Keep Doing Good, and here's what one of our NCS graduates had to say about it.
Hi, my name's Tiana and I did NCS in the summer of 2020. If you're wondering whether you should do it or whether you shouldn't, I'll just tell you a few reasons why I enjoyed it, and yeah. Okay, so NCS sort of helped me gain more self-confidence, and that was because you were talking to a lot of people you didn't know and you sort of gained a lot of confidence from that. And that, whether that be different charities or whether the members of the public that we spoke to, it also helped me gain a larger understanding of my community, and like things that I didn't even know that was going on in my community I now have a larger understanding about. I also was able to improve skills that I didn't even know that I had. Like, I was able to improve a lot of skills. I really enjoyed NCS, and that was because the activities were great and everything. However, my most favourite and meaningful part was the charity fundraiser, because no matter what happened at that, you were proud of yourself and your team.
So this last year has been a really challenging year for everyone, and there's been so many changes that have taken place because of the COVID pandemic. Now, we take all of our guidance from the National Youth Association. So at the moment, we are still very much able to do a residential element in the summer. However, we take that guidance and the safety of our young people very, very important. So if anything changes, if there's any point that we cannot take them on their residential and make sure that we can do that safely, we will revert the 3-week NCS into the 2-week NCS. So we will lose that residential element.
So now I bet you're wondering how much the NCS is going to cost. So the NCS is worth over £1,500 per young person. But the most you guys will ever have to pay for it is just £50. And if you do get a bursary, free school meals or even pupil premium, it could even be completely free of charge.
So now you know how much the NCS costs. Your next question is probably, well, when does it happen and how do we go about getting our places booked? So as you can see from this slide, here are the dates that we've got available for this summer. So what you do is you choose a date that's convenient to you. You then head over to our website. So you can go to wearencs.com, or you can scan this QR code, which will take you directly there anyway, and then you fill in some details about your young person to get their place booked. Once we've got your details uploaded onto the website, you'll get a phone call. That'll either be from myself, Jack, Leon, Emily or Steph, and we'll talk you through the NCS. We'll of course answer any questions that you might have about the programme, and then we'll get that place booked. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our presentation. If you have got any further questions, you can always give us a call in the office on the number on the screen now.